Hey everyone, Brian here. Now, I've kind of showed you that I've been a fan of a lot of things, a lot of shows and franchises. Well, here I want to show you that I'm a fan of a character that was created by Hanna-Barbera, originally back in 1958. Now, this character debuted as part of the Huckleberry Hound show, but then later on, about 3 years later, got his own series because he became Hanna-Barbera's first breakout star. As a matter of fact, he became Hanna-Barbera's answer to Disney's Mickey Mouse and Warner Brothers' Bugs Bunny. And that is none other than Yogi Bear. Now, for some of you that don't know who Yogi Bear is, let me kind of give you a little bit of a detail of who he is. We're first introduced to Yogi in his debut cartoon, The Big Breakout. Now, originally, if I'm correct, I'm not totally sure yet, but I think originally Yogi was trying to get out of the park and have some freedom. But later on, Hanna-Barbera decided to kind of evolve him a little bit, and he's more into stealing picnic baskets from the unsuspecting, park visitors, in which Ranger Smith has to prevent him from doing so. Now, Yogi's not alone when he does this. No, Yogi has a friend. Now, like I said, this here is Yogi, and this is who Yogi's friend is, Boo Boo. Now, Boo Boo tries to kind of convince Yogi that it's not a good idea to steal the picnic baskets because the park ranger, Ranger Smith, who is this guy, and I think you get a better look right here, and right there, but it's this guy, basically, Boo Boo would tell Yogi it's not a good idea because the ranger would threaten Yogi with the promise of that he would send him either to a zoo, to Siberia, or anywhere far away so that Yogi would learn his lesson. Now, Boo Boo wasn't the only one that was concerned about Yogi doing these kind of things. No. Yogi also had somebody else concerned, and that is this girl right here, Cindy Bear. Now, let me explain to you who Cindy Bear is. Cindy Bear is, of course, just like Yogi is is Hanna-Barbera's answer to Disney's Mickey and Warner Brothers' Bugs. Cindy is Hanna-Barbera's answer to Minnie Mouse. And nowadays, in present time, what is the answer to Warner Brothers' Lola Bunny, if you still consider Lola canon. But anyway, Cindy here had a crush on Yogi and had been in love with Yogi from what we found out since they were cubs. Now, when she first got introduced, which was in the episode on the cartoon Acrobatic Bear in 1961, she was basically returning to the Jellystone Park area as a part of a circus. Now, later on, I guess because she became popular, or the fact that fans wanted to see more of her, Cindy came back on the scene in the cartoon of Woo and Bruin. And then later on in the 3-part cartoon, or 30-minute finale, Yogi's Birthday Party. Now, a lot of characters in animation have had makeovers, have had redesigns and all that, right? I mean, who can forget when Mickey and Minnie first debuted, how we remembered that? And then look at them now. I mean, talk about amped up and revamped, right? Well, Cindy got a similar treatment. You see, when Cindy first debuted, she was a blue bear. And I'm not talking blue sad, I'm talking the color blue. That's right, she was kind of a blue color. She had a bonnet hat on, which she still wore later on, like in Laugh Olympics and such. She had a yellow skirt, sort of like I don't know if it was a white neck dress or something like that. A little medallion, I believe, I'm not sure. And she had a parasol. She still holds a parasol, as you can see. Well, actually, that's the sign, but she holds a parasol. She has a parasol. I'll show you in a minute. But she was just so... she was not... I guess you could say that when she got her makeover, it was to make her look more realistic, because she did... Whoever heard of a blue bear? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Cindy here got a makeover in 1964 when Yogi Bear, because he had become the breakout star that he was, got his first motion picture, which was right here, contained in this disc that I made myself, called Hey There, and you can see it right there, Hey There, It's Yogi Bear. And that came out in 1964. It became a huge success, and throughout the decades was shown through Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon matinees for the kids, especially during the summer. Now, Hey There, Yogi Bear was, of course, adapted into a comic book, which I was kind of surprised that it was back in the 1960s, but it was adapted, and this is one of the original comic books from the 1960s. Now, Yogi's popularity, just like with a lot of characters from other studios, expanded from television into the comics, and these here are mostly all the comics throughout the decades. This here is a more revamped version of the classic stories, but as you can see, all these here, with the exception of this, I think this is more like 90s, 80s, but all these here that I'm pointing at, including that movie version, or movie adaptation, are all from the 1960s and 70s. Now, Yogi didn't just go into comics. No. Yogi also got into video games. In the 1980s, with the Ataris, I think Nintendo, in the 90s, Super Nintendo, and even into the Game Boy. And this is one of his games, Great Balloon Blast, where you got to play as Yogi, Boo Boo, and Cindy. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because I am a huge fan of Yogi Bear and the characters of the franchise and of the characters. There's no doubt about that. I mean, you could probably tell by some of the vids I put onto the sites. But also the fact that I bought this right there, if you could see it. I bought that when I was looking for the Food for Less. I saw that for sale, because you know how supermarkets have frames and all that. I saw that there, and I figured to myself, I'm going to get it. And I did. I got that, I bought it, and I hung it up when I was living in Kansas, and I hung it up now that I'm back in California. But anyway, so far that is my entire Yogi Bear collection. I do have a Boo Boo Bear plush. I do have a Boo Boo Bear plush, but that's packed away somewhere. I gotta find it. But, like I said, I like Yogi Bear so much that, I like the characters in the franchise so much that when they came out with this, I bought it. I bought the box set. Through my DVD recorder, I was able to use my VHS version of Yogi Bear. I have the Hey There Yogi Bear movie. I recorded that on VHS as well as bought the VHS. And I transferred them to DVD along with First Christmas and Invasion of the Space Bears as well. I also have the first episode of Yo Yogi. Now, unfortunately, I have the entire series, some of the series of Yo Yogi, but it's on tape in Kansas. I have to get it back somehow. But this is mostly with the exception of those few things, this is mostly my entire Yogi Bear collection. I also have the Laugh Olympic comics, a few of those. I have Yogi and Cindy and Boo Boo. I have the Laugh Olympic series with Yogi and Cindy and Boo Boo. I actually was able to download some of the new Yogi Bear episodes with Yogi, Cindy, and Boo Boo. You basically get my drift, right? Yeah, I'm a huge fan. There's no doubt about it. But I just thought I'd let you see my collection and know why, and show you why. And I hope you enjoyed it. You got any questions, just let me know. And I will get to you as soon as I can. So until next time, this is Brian saying God bless you. Take care. And just to let you know about this guy's popularity, in 2011, his movie, live action, sounds like it's going to be CGI. Sounds like CGI now. Will be coming to theaters. So prepare for that. But until next time, I'm Brian saying peace out. God bless. Take care.